Welcome to a space for radiant souls, where differences are not barriers, but invaluable gifts of creation. Today, we will uncover the hidden power behind unique forms, where every imperfection is rewritten into a chapter of pride. Don't forget to support us by hitting like and subscribe, so you don't miss these incredible journeys, and comment below which character touched your heart the most. Marius Woodward is a living testament to resilience in the face of tragedy. At the age of 8, he suffered burns to over 75% of his body in a Romanian fire. The accident not only left him with permanent scars, but also cost him both his parents, plunging him into a harsh struggle for survival. After 9 months of treatment and a period in a deep coma, Marius was adopted and transferred to the United States for further treatment, thus beginning his remarkable journey of recovery. At 21, Marius not only embraced his unique appearance, but also transformed it into a source of positive inspiration. He founded the fashion brand Team Marius to raise funds for burn victims while asserting his individuality. With an optimistic spirit, he shares his life story to inspire the community. Marius proves that beauty doesn't lie in perfect looks, but in compassion, perseverance, and an unwavering desire to contribute every day. Not stopping there, Marius also harbors plans to build a non-profit organization to support burn victims. He walks with confidence, using his smile to dispel the judgmental stares from society. His story is proof of the power of empathy and the ability to overcome adversity. Despite his physical injuries, Marius's spirit remains strong, inspiring that people can always rise again and spread love to the world. In the world of video games, Tucker Griggs is not just a player, but an icon of overcoming limitations. He transforms differences in appearance and circumstances into a unique strength, much like a character in a role-playing game with exceptional adaptability. Instead of shrinking from societal expectations, Tucker chooses to face them with confidence and resilience. He proves that everyone can thrive if they know how to turn disadvantages into powerful and enduring motivation. Tucker Griggs represents a new generation where human values transcend all prejudices about appearance. He builds a community that respects differences as a natural identity. Tucker's journey proves that life is a challenging game, and victory belongs to those who dare to live true to their unique selves. Do you believe that difference is the greatest strength? Please like, share, subscribe, and comment to share your perspective and support us in spreading this message. Inga is living proof that determination can fill any physical void, even when fate took away her arms from birth. Instead of surrendering to adversity, she transformed her feet into miraculous hands, performing everything from daily tasks to the most delicate artistic activities. The grace and dexterity in each of Inga's movements are not merely skills, but the result of a persistent journey of practice, driven by a heart longing for freedom. Whenever Inga holds a paintbrush or performs a delicate task with her feet, she is composing a love song about the remarkable adaptability of humans in the face of a harsh fate. She does not see herself as lacking, but as an individual with a unique way of interacting with the world around her. The radiant look in her eyes and the ever-present smile on Inga's lips dispel all pity, replacing it with deep admiration for a spirit that never knows how to give up. Inga's story sends a powerful message that the body is only a vessel, while willpower is the true driver of life's journey. She has broken every barrier of disability prejudice to live a full, vibrant, and colorful life, just like the paintings she creates. Inga is a flower rising from the rocks, reminding us that no difficulty is insurmountable if we have enough belief in ourselves. Jonna Ross brings a fresh breeze to the definition of modern aesthetics, with her unusual appearance and captivating demeanor challenging every boundary of perception. She does not follow the conventional path of traditional beauty standards, but instead creates her own value system, where differences are celebrated as invaluable gifts. For Jonna, every feature on her face or body is part of her life story, which she presents to the world with complete pride and confidence. Her journey is a quiet, yet resolute struggle to affirm that every individual has the right to shine in their own way without needing anyone's permission. Jonna has turned whispers into applause through her professionalism and distinctive presence in every artistic frame. She inspires those still struggling to find their identity, helping them realize that uniqueness is the key to genuine happiness. Jonna Ross embodies a new generation that dares to think, dare to act, and dare to be different, where diversity is seen as the core strength of society. She is not only a model or a media figure, but a symbol of courage in defending individuality against waves of criticism. Her story continues to spread, planting seeds of hope for a future where every kind of beauty, no matter how unusual, is valued and loved. Justin Stewart has a distinctive nose, a feature that could once have made him feel insecure, but instead he turned it into an unmistakable personal signature. In a world of edited perfect faces, Justin's natural and authentic appearance becomes a strikingly interesting and masculine highlight. He faces every gaze with unusual calm, transforming what was once considered a flaw of nature into a symbol of confidence and a unique sense of style. Justin's way of interacting with the public always radiates optimism and positive energy, leading people to focus more on his talent and charisma rather than any physical imperfections. He has proven that when a person is confident in their own worth, the whole world begins to perceive them in a completely different way. Justin has not only changed his own life, but also reshaped the perspectives of those around him on perfection, opening more humane and open-minded viewpoints. Justin Stewart proves that appearance doesn't determine destiny. It's attitude that creates greatness. He takes control of his life using his unique qualities to encourage young people to live authentically. His story is a lesson in perseverance, helping us understand that perfection lies in loving our own individuality. Do you dare to confidently shine with your uniqueness? Please like, subscribe, and comment to share your story and support us. Mahogany Geeter was born with extraordinarily large legs due to lymphedema, but she has not allowed this condition to define or limit her abilities. Instead of hiding her difference under layers of fabric, she chooses to wear glamorous outfits and appear confidently in public like a goddess. Mahogany has turned her body into a statement of strength and resilience, affirming that beauty exists in every form and size. Mahogany's journey to becoming an inspirational model is a long path of overcoming both physical pain and the mental prejudices of society. She uses her presence to speak up for the community of people with physical differences, helping them find their voice and confidence in a harsh world. Every step she takes is a statement affirming the right of every individual to live, love, and be respected, regardless of how they look. Mahogany Geeter is not only a prominent face on social media. She is a living symbol of resilience and self-compassion. She has proven that physical burdens cannot hold back a soul that longs to rise and reach the heights of art. Mahogany's story is an endless source of motivation, reminding us to always hold our heads high and take pride in what makes us who we are, no matter how different it may be. Quiche Lanu is a shining example of how passion can erase all physical limitations as she conquers social media with fiery hip-hop dance moves. Although she stands just over 1 meter tall and lives with rare conditions such as scoliosis and spina bifida, the 28-year-old has never let adversity hold her back. Since 2017, she has been self-choreographing million-view dance videos, turning life's challenges into unique art. She does not let medical diagnoses define who she is, but instead uses her differences as a springboard to shine. Quiche Lanu's appeal comes not only from her distinctive physique, but also from her confident presence and explosive energy in every movement. She believes that the combination of her small stature and bold dance style creates a unique signature. Rather than focusing on limitations, she channels emotion through music, turning each dance step into a message of self-respect. Every video is like an uplifting performance, transforming curious stares into admiration for her courageous talent. Quiche Lanu embodies the spirit of a modern warrior, using difference as a weapon to break down societal prejudices about disability. She proves that height or physical condition is never a barrier if one has the courage to embrace individuality. Her journey is a song of freedom, encouraging others to pursue their dreams regardless of circumstance. With her radiant smile, she builds a creative space where diversity is valued, reminding everyone of that truth. Skylar Clare brings a delicate beauty that holds immense inner strength, making anyone who meets her feel warm and comforted. She entered life with physical challenges, yet possesses a pure heart and a powerful will to live that far exceeds her small stature. Skylar does not see barriers as stopping points, but rather as stepping stones that allow her to explore new limits of herself every day with endless curiosity. Every action of Skylar, from studying to participating in creative activities, radiates admirable grace and perseverance. She has turned her difference into a magnet that attracts kindness and love, rather than intrusive curiosity from the outside world. Through her honest sharing about life, she has helped people realize that joy does not depend on what we have, but on how we choose to see what we already possess. Skylar Clare is a resilient flower blooming amidst adversity to bring color to life. Her story reminds us to cherish every moment and live fully with what we have. She proves that the greatest things always come from ordinary people who face challenges with a smile. Have you ever used your differences as motivation to rise above them? Please like, subscribe, and comment to share your thoughts and help us spread this inspiring spirit. Zizifo Soldat, a 26-year-old woman from South Africa, has transformed the rare condition of phocomelia into a symbol of pride rather than self-consciousness. Born with incomplete arms and legs, she faced much prejudice throughout her upbringing. Instead of withdrawing or accepting her limitations, Zizifo chose to step out into the world with confidence and strength. She pursued a career in modeling and content creation, proving that beauty lies not in perfection, but in how people accept and shine from their differences. As an influencer, Zizifo Soldat spreads a powerful message about self-love and body respect. She believes that inner strength and personality are what determine a person's value, not their physical appearance. Her journey from a girl who lacked confidence to a confident model in front of the camera is clear evidence of the power of self-healing. Every piece of content she shares inspires millions, helping them to reevaluate themselves and understand that differences are not something to hide, but something to be proud of. Beyond her career, Zizifo also brings a positive spirit to her journey in finding love and personal happiness. She enters relationships with confidence, believing that true love must transcend outward appearances to reach inner spiritual values. For her understanding, respect, and companionship are the solid foundation for a lasting relationship. Zizifo's story becomes a profound message. When you live true to yourself, you possess an irreplaceable beauty. Abby Asani was born with spina bifida, a condition affecting the spine and several bodily functions, resulting in a smaller stature compared to the average person. However, Abby never let this limit her dreams or her life. She chose to pursue a modeling career as a way to assert herself and redefine the concept of beauty. With confidence and strong willpower, Abby demonstrates that human value lies not in physical appearance, but in spirit and the aspiration to overcome adversity. In matters of love and relationships, Abby Asani has always maintained a clear and rational stance against societal prejudices. She has spoken out against disrespectful stares directed at her body, asserting her right to be loved like everyone else. For Abby, physical differences do not deprive one of emotional needs or connection in life. She faces everything with composure, protects her self-worth, and believes that a genuine relationship must be based on deep respect and understanding between two people. Abby Asani's journey proves that disability doesn't define a person completely. She affirms that inner value is always more important than external factors through her search for true love. With her optimistic smile, Abby inspires us to dare to live authentically and reject all discrimination. What do you think about the power of self-love to overcome prejudice? Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment to share your feelings and help us spread this meaningful message. The journey we have just explored is a powerful affirmation that difference is a priceless gift, where every imperfection can become a symbol of pride. The characters we have encountered have proven that when we dare to love ourselves, the world will naturally open its heart and honor those unique values. It is hoped that these stories have given you the strength to shine confidently in your own way, turning every barrier into motivation to reach for a more radiant and fulfilling life. Thank you for staying with us until the very last moments of this video. If these stories have touched your heart, please like and subscribe to continue discovering more amazing things, and don't forget to leave a comment below sharing your thoughts. Your support is our greatest motivation to spread even more positive messages to the community. See you again in our next inspiring journey. Today, we will step into the world of souls with a diamond will, where fragile glass-like bodies hold extraordinary strength capable of moving the entire world. If you feel you need a source of inspiration to overcome difficulties, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment to send encouragement to this special community. Right now, let's explore these miraculous journeys. From the time they were still in the womb, the sisters' bones began to fracture under the pressure of life itself. The world did not welcome them with their first uncertain steps, but with medical braces and extremely careful, almost suffocating protection. Every smile from the two girls is a radiant miracle because even a sneeze or an overly tight hug could bring sudden pain at any moment. But instead of living in fear, Amelia and Hope chose to shine brightly under the nickname Warrior Princesses. In everyday videos, what people see are their bright, sparkling eyes filled with curiosity about the world, rather than any sense of pity for their condition. They learn to love their own bodies, turning their injuries into medals of courage, reminding us that a person's value is not measured by the strength of their bones, but by the resilience of their will. The greatest difference is the miraculous, almost spiritual bond between the two sisters. When one is in pain, the other immediately becomes a strong support to help them get through it together. They are never alone because they always have each other to write a new chapter full of hope about sisterly love. Though their bodies are as fragile as glass, their souls are tougher than any diamond. Do you believe in the power of family bonds in adversity? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support more inspiring stories. With a height of under 1 meter and legs that could not walk, Michel Petrucciani entered the world of jazz like a small god on a musical mission. He carried an intensely artistic spirit where the searing pain of brittle bone disease seemed to vanish completely whenever his fingers touched the piano keys. Michel rejected all pity. He wanted audiences to hold their breath before the radiant, free, and dramatic music he created. His life was a musical composition filled with powerful crescendos that never yielded to fate. To play the piano, he used special assistive devices so his short legs could reach the pedals. Each performance was an exhausting endeavor where sweat and passion blended into mesmerizing, soaring sounds. Michel lived fast, loved intensely, and created relentlessly as if he were always racing against his own limited time. Born with over 130 bone fractures in his body, Sparsh Shah seemed destined for a life tied to a wheelchair and strict limitations. Yet the boy possesses a clear, angelic singing voice and a naturally captivating talent for rap. Unable to dance with his legs, he chose instead to dance through powerful lyrics and intense rhythms. Music became his invisible armor, allowing him to break through all barriers and societal prejudices about disability. Sparsh's cover of Not Afraid created a wave of inspiration across global social media. It was not just a simple musical performance, but a powerful declaration from a generation that refuses to surrender to fate. When he rapped about not being afraid, listeners could feel the weight of every word, because it came from someone who has endured more pain than most could imagine. He transformed near-death experiences into a source of positive energy that spreads across all walks of life. Sparsh's uniqueness lies in his ability to turn pain into a signature of optimism. Under the stage name Perhythm, he uses music to heal himself and ignite hope in others facing similar circumstances. Sparsh proves that passion is the wings that help us rise above all physical limitations. Has this young boy's voice or resilience touched your heart yet? Share your feelings in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to help us spread these beautiful emotions. In the dazzling world of Hollywood, Atticus Shaffer stands as proof that talent is not limited by physical stature. Living with osteogenesis imperfecta type 4, Atticus has a small frame and a distinctive way of walking, but these traits have instead given him a unique identity. Rather than hiding in the shadow of his condition, he has courageously stepped in front of the camera, turning his physical differences into a compelling artistic advantage. Atticus Shaffer's role as Brick Heck in the middle series brought him to millions of viewers worldwide. He not only acted according to the script, but also brought a unique emotional depth, making the character vivid and memorable. Audiences loved him not for his sympathy, but for his intelligence, wit, and confident demeanor on screen. Each time he appeared, Atticus proved that his uniqueness wasn't a barrier, but a strength that allowed him to shine. What sets Atticus apart most is his rich inner world and unwavering belief in good values. He always strives to be seen as a true actor, not just a patient acting in a film. Therefore, Atticus constantly learns, owns his acting skills, and participates in voiceover work for numerous animated projects. He has proven that by not letting illness define oneself, each person can write their own meaningful life story. Nabil Shaban is not just an actor. He is a symbol of resistance against prejudice in the arts. Faced with rejection because of his different physical appearance, he went on to co-found the Greya Theater Company, creating a space where disabled artists can shine. For Nabil, talent is never limited by the body, and the stage is a place where all barriers must be erased. He established his presence through challenging roles using a sharp gaze and a powerful voice to command the stage. Nabil did not act to seek pity. He performed to prove that disabled people can take on the most complex roles. Each appearance carried a strong message of equality and a desire for freedom in artistic expression. The greatest difference in Nabil is his spirit as a cultural revolutionary. He forced the entertainment world to change its narrow perspectives and bring stories of disabled people onto mainstream stages. Although his bones may be fragile, his vision has reshaped an entire system of prejudice, paving the way for future generations of disabled artists. Galen Lee plays the violin in a very unique way. She positions the instrument vertically on her wheelchair, almost like a small cello. Osteogenesis imperfecta prevents her hands from holding the violin in a conventional way, but that is precisely what creates her magical, one-of-a-kind sound. Galen's music is not just melody. It is a personal narrative about love and belief in the beauty of imperfection. Winning a major music competition brought her music to audiences around the world, touching millions of hearts. Galen does not hide her imperfections. Instead, she turns them into part of a mesmerizing and haunting performance style. She sings about her most authentic experiences, helping listeners realize that true art often grows from the deepest cracks within us. Galen's uniqueness lies in her ability to use music to heal and connect humanity. She has dedicated her life to touring and advocating for the rights of people with disabilities, using her instrument to break down invisible barriers. For her music is the only language that does not require physical perfection to reach and warm wounded hearts. Jordan Wiley was born with a harsh fate, but she chose to pick up a racket to rewrite the definition of athletic strength. Instead of focusing on her fragile bones, she concentrated on her goal of winning prestigious Grand Slam titles. Every shot she made was a combination of refined technique and extraordinary determination, earning the respect of every opponent on the court. Jordan's journey to the top is a series of days spent overcoming physical pain to reach glory. She became a source of pride in the world of sports, with numerous championships proving that a wheelchair is not a limitation, but a pair of wings to soar higher. On the court, she is not a patient, she is a true warrior with an intense desire to win. Jordan's uniqueness lies in her steel-like mentality and the pride of a champion. Even after becoming a mother, she returned to the court to achieve success, inspiring others on balancing passion and life. Jordan teaches us that there are no limits if we dare to dream big and pursue it wholeheartedly. Are you nurturing a big dream of your own? Share your story in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe so we can continue motivating each other. Quentin Kenihan was an Australian activist actor and author who survived hundreds of bone fractures to become a powerful voice for his community. He never allowed his wheelchair or small stature to stop him from taking part in major film projects or reality television shows. Quentin lived a vibrant, colorful life and never gave up his right to shine. His uniqueness lay in his honesty and sharp sense of humor when facing adversity. He used his fame to advocate for practical changes in disability support policies in Australia. Quentin proved that a fragile body cannot stop an individual from becoming a leader and transforming the perception of an entire community. Although he has passed away, Quentin's legacy lives on in the hearts of his fans as a spirit of living brightly until the very last moment. He lived without seeking pity, turning each day into a meaningful adventure. His story is a reminder that every person's existence, regardless of form, carries a unique and worthy value. Leo Boyerman was a deeply moving historical figure who spent most of his life on a homemade cart at a small street corner in Kansas. Despite suffering from severe osteogenesis imperfecta and having limited communication abilities, he supported himself by selling pencils and small items. Leo did not need large stages to be known. He chose to live with kindness and independence in the midst of everyday life. Leo's uniqueness lay in his strong sense of self-respect, never wanting to become a burden to society. Every day, he worked to overcome pain and inconvenience in order to remain a part of his community. His life story was later made into a documentary film, moving millions of viewers to tears through its simplicity and his quiet, enduring courage. Leo Boyerman left behind a profound lesson about the value of perseverance and self-respect. He proved that even in the most difficult circumstances, a person can maintain dignity and find meaning in the smallest things. His life is a quiet, reflective note that reminds us to cherish every moment of peace and the hidden strength within each individual. Zoe Lush was born with an extremely rare bone disease, osteogenesis imperfecta, making her body so fragile that even a sneeze or slight movement could cause a fracture. Even in the womb, doctors detected severe bone fractures, signaling a difficult journey ahead for this tiny girl. Despite facing countless surgeries and hundreds of painful injuries, Zoe has maintained an incredible spirit of optimism, proving that her frail physical condition cannot subdue the fierce will to live within her soul. Zoe's life is intertwined with metal braces, a wheelchair, and special care from her family to ensure maximum safety for her sensitive skeletal structure. Each day is a miracle of careful attention and boundless love from those around her. Instead of wallowing in sadness or self-consciousness about her physical disability, Zoe always appears with a radiant smile, spreading positive energy to the community. She learns to adapt to the world in her own way, transforming her limitations into motivation to explore a colorful life. The story of Zoe Lush is not just about a rare disease, but also a powerful lesson in overcoming adversity. Her presence reminds us of the value of life and the perseverance needed in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges. Through various media platforms, Zoe's journey has inspired millions worldwide with her courage and faith. This girl with brittle bone disease continues to write a brilliant chapter in her life, proving that being different is sometimes the most extraordinary strength. Stella Young was not only a journalist and comedian, but also a strong advocate fighting for the rights of people with disabilities. Born with osteogenesis imperfecta, she understood the feeling of being superficially and stereotypically seen by society as a source of inspiration. Through sharp humor and intelligence, Stella challenged these misconceptions, demanding that the world view people with disabilities as equal individuals with full needs and desires to live. Stella's famous TED Talk, "I'm Not Your Inspiration," sparked a global wave of discussion. She openly criticized how society often uses images of disabled people to comfort non-disabled individuals. Instead of being praised for simply getting out of bed each morning, Stella called for practical changes, such as wheelchair-accessible pathways that would allow people with disabilities to truly integrate into society. Stella's courage lay in her willingness to speak a raw truth. People with disabilities do not need pity, but respect and equality. Although her life was short, she changed society's perspective on disability from superficial admiration to genuine respect and inclusion. Do you agree that respect is more important than pity? Leave your thoughts below. Shawn Stevenson was born with osteogenesis imperfecta, a condition so severe that doctors once predicted he would not survive his first night. Yet he defied all expectations to live an extraordinary life, becoming a globally recognized inspirational speaker. Standing around 90 centimeters tall and using a wheelchair throughout his life, Shawn still possessed a powerful voice and an unbreakable spirit. He proved that physical limitations cannot stop a person's desire to live or their will to rise above any circumstance. Shawn's life is a journey of transforming pain into inner strength. He never chose the role of a victim of fate, but instead actively became a source of motivation for millions of others. His speeches were based on real-life experiences, helping listeners recognize the value of a positive mindset. His famous quote, The only disability in life is a bad attitude became a guiding principle for many people. Sean proves that the way we think determines how we live and overcome adversity. Despite his fragile body, Sean built a fulfilling life that included a happy marriage and a powerful career as an inspirational speaker. He broke down stereotypes about love and the capabilities of people with disabilities, spreading messages of self-worth and resilience. His legacy is not only in his speeches, but in the belief he left behind for the world. Every person can live a meaningful life regardless of their form or physical limitations. Despite having fragile, easily breakable bones, Amelia Hope and Michelle Petrucciani have proven that adversity is only a test, while passion is what defines who we are. They do not live only for themselves, but also stand as radiant beacons, reminding us to cherish every breath and never give up on our dreams, no matter how imperfect the body may be. The journey of these crystal warriors has surely left you with many emotions. If this story has given you more motivation, please support the channel by hitting like and subscribing so you don't miss the next extraordinary stories. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments or tell us about someone you know who is a symbol of resilience. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, and see you again. Picture waking up one day and not recognizing your face or your legs no longer obeying you. Would you still choose to love yourself? Don't answer yet. Look at these fighters, people who've turned their struggles into a powerful kind of beauty. By the end of this video, your idea of beauty may change completely. If you need a reason to keep going, this is it. Do you have what it takes to shine like they do? Share your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe to support them. Khadija Khatun was born with neurofibromatosis, a rare condition that caused severe changes to her facial skin from a very young age, gradually affecting her appearance. Despite this, she learned to navigate life with strong inner resilience and a deep sense of self beyond physical features. Although her condition brought significant challenges, it did not stop her determination to live with dignity and seek acceptance within society like anyone else. Rising above harsh living conditions and social prejudice, Khadija Khatun has chosen calm strength as her way of facing the world's stares and judgment. Rather than seeing herself as a victim, she represents resilience that has drawn attention and support from international charitable organizations. Her story reflects how even when illness changes, outward appearance, kindness, and compassion can still create connection and help people look beyond differences. Tina Earls was not only confronted with a harsh medical diagnosis, she was forced into a life-or-death decision: preserve her facial appearance or give up part of her body in order to survive. A severe nasal cancer placed the Texas woman in an intense struggle where her original look became the cost of continuing her life. Choosing to have her entire nose surgically removed was more than a medical intervention. It was a deeply distressing journey of reshaping her identity amid fear, uncertainty, and profound loss. She had to learn to accept a grim reality when the reflection in the mirror suddenly became a stranger, marking the beginning of a powerful revival from the ashes of adversity. Initial self-doubt loomed like a ghost over Tina Earls' life, forcing her to hide behind artificial noses that were physically and mentally agonizing. Each passing day was a struggle against discomfort and the haunting fear of society's gaze. However, in those most shattered moments, the power of unconditional love from her family became the medicine that healed every scar on her soul. She came to understand that hiding her reality only drained her and distanced her from who she truly was. Instead, she decided to face the world openly, with her changed appearance, transforming what some might see as a limitation into a symbol of extraordinary will to survive and unwavering courage that no physical difference could diminish. Her journey carries a strong message. True beauty is not defined by perfect features, but by the strength to accept and embrace oneself. No loss should take away your right to shine, because a fighting spirit is the most powerful form of beauty that no hardship can ever extinguish. A young woman living with cerebral palsy is helping push the fashion industry toward greater inclusion. Autumn Kincaid was born with a condition that means she uses a walker, yet she also has a bold, adventurous spirit that has taken her into modeling work across the country. The 18-year-old from Adair, Oklahoma, believes the industry should showcase more models with disabilities to open doors for others who face a wide range of challenges. Rather than hiding behind heavy layers of makeup, Tessa Sheethart sparked a quiet revolution by choosing to openly display the mark's destiny placed on her face. The 25-year-old from Amsterdam was born with Sturge-Weber syndrome, a rare condition that left her with a port wine stain across her entire face and increased eye pressure that puts her vision at risk. Instead of seeing it as something to cover up, Tessa embraced her distinctive look as a sign of bravery, insisting that real beauty comes from being true to who you are. Tessa's firm decision to go without makeup is more than a personal preference. It serves as a direct challenge to the rigid beauty standards of today's society. Through her To Face the World campaign, she has sparked a sense of confidence in people who feel insecure about visible differences. She believes that hiding natural marks only separates us from who we truly are, and that only by showing up as ourselves can we help build a society that genuinely values diversity. Tessa Sheethart's journey goes beyond simply raising awareness. It seeks to reshape how organizations and communities perceive human worth. She has shown that every person is a vital part of life's vibrant mosaic, where so-called birthmarks or imperfections become the defining touches of a truly unique identity. Her story stands as a powerful source of inspiration, reminding millions never to let the world dictate their beauty, but instead to use their own confidence to redefine it. For Carnashia Patton, her wheelchair is more than just a way to get around. It is a paradox, both her most faithful companion and her greatest enemy since she was 3 years old. Born with spina bifida, a congenital condition in which the spine and the spinal cord do not develop properly, Carnashia was faced with the difficult reality of complete paralysis from the waist down. Yet rather than allowing this circumstance to confine her in self-doubt, the 28-year-old from Birmingham, Alabama, chose to meet life with remarkable strength, transforming her wheelchair into wings that have carried her to achievements admired even by those without disabilities. Behind her wheelchair and bright smile is a life defined by discipline, ambition, and determination. While pursuing an MBA, Carnesia also works at a nail salon and maintains a consistent fitness routine, showing strong commitment in every part of her life. Her story challenges narrow ideas about ability and success, highlighting that potential is not limited by disability. Through her journey, she redefines diversity and emphasizes that true beauty is rooted in resilience and perseverance in the face of challenges. Carly Runke was born with Morquio syndrome type A, a rare condition that limits her height to about 90 centimeters. Despite her small stature, the 25-year-old from New Jersey is known for her strong personality and determination. Guided by her motto, "Never let anyone stop me," she has turned physical challenges into a way to express her individuality and confidence. Her story highlights that a person's true value is not measured by height or appearance, but by ambition, resilience, and the courage to face life's obstacles. Rather than yielding to harsh ridicule, Carly Runke found strength in the support of her brother Ed, which helped her step out of the shadows and reshape her life. She chose not to conceal herself, but instead courageously entered the world of fashion as a model and took on the role of a dedicated charity ambassador, promoting confidence and self-worth. Her journey stands as a powerful call to challenge prejudice and embrace every opportunity that comes. Carly shows that when self-acceptance takes root, physical limitations are no match for the light of a determined and resilient spirit. Alex and Noah's story began with a chance match on the Bumble app and grew into a relationship that challenges both physical barriers and social bias. Living with spinal muscular atrophy type 2, Alex has often faced unfair assumptions about love and desirability, but Noah stands firmly by her side, showing deep commitment and respect. Together they resist outside judgment and instead focus on building a genuine partnership rooted in trust and care. Their relationship highlights that love is not defined by physical conditions or stereotypes, but by connection, understanding, and mutual support. Stepping into the sacred new phase of parenthood, Alex and Noah once again find themselves under intense and divided public scrutiny. Harsh criticisms questioning their decision to have a child did little to shake the resolve of the young couple, who are deeply committed to protecting the new life on the way. Rather than engaging in draining online arguments, they chose to redirect their energy toward building a home rooted in compassion and understanding. Alex strongly believes that kindness and emotional awareness are the most essential foundations for raising a happy child. Their path is not only a testament to resilience, but also a meaningful reminder of the right to equal happiness, urging a deeper reflection on what truly defines human value. Cruel nicknames like cow or zebra cast a long shadow over Deborah Moreno's teenage years in Rotterdam. When vitiligo first appeared at age 11 and began spreading across her skin, she struggled with insecurity and often relied on heavy makeup to hide what she saw as imperfections. But at 15, something shifted within her, and she chose to let go of concealment, beginning to see her depigmented patches not as flaws, but as a living record of strength and survival. The turning point came when a photographer unexpectedly captured the striking contrast of her skin, revealing a kind of beauty she had never been encouraged to see in herself. That moment helped transform Deborah's path, from a target of bullying into a rising presence in the fashion world. No longer hiding in the background, she became an international model, sharing a message of confidence and self-acceptance across different countries. Her story stands as a reminder that embracing what makes you different can reshape not only how you see yourself, but also how the world learns to see beauty. From the moment she was born, Juritari's life was shaped by a dangerous condition known as venous malformation, turning her early years into an urgent fight for survival. A large vascular growth about the size of a golf ball formed on her lip, altering her appearance and carrying a constant risk of rupture that could lead to severe, even life-threatening bleeding. For medical teams, the case of this 2-year-old girl from Morocco presented a serious challenge as the lesion continued to expand, threatening her airway and placing at risk a child's chance for a normal childhood. Despite immense geographical distance and overwhelming financial obstacles, a remarkable medical breakthrough took place in New York through a complex reconstructive surgery costing hundreds of thousands of dollars aimed at restoring what had been taken from her, a natural smile. The moment Juritari smiled for the first time after the tumor was fully removed became a deeply moving symbol of resilience and human compassion. Her story of recovery not only highlights the advances of modern medicine, but also carries a powerful message of hope, no matter how severe the hardship. As long as we keep moving forward, light will eventually find its way through. A 5% chance of survival would feel like a final verdict to most people, but for Tiffany Adams, it became the starting point of a story defined by survival and transformation. At 17, she endured a devastating car accident so severe that responders initially believed there were no survivors. Yet after 30 hours of emergency surgery and 3 weeks in a coma, Tiffany defied expectations and pulled through, emerging from the brink of death with a renewed determination to live. Her recovery stands as a powerful example of resilience, showing that what seems impossible can still be challenged when the will to live remains unbroken. The true shock came when she awoke to her father's heartbreaking explanation that a severe spinal injury had left her paralyzed from the waist down. At an age meant for chasing dreams and building ambitions, the reality of relying on a wheelchair for the rest of her life felt like an unbearable sentence that could have easily broken her spirit. Yet rather than surrendering to despair or allowing self-doubt to take hold, the young woman from California chose to transform her suffering into strength, turning her physical condition into a foundation for resilience and forging a mindset that no accident could ever destroy. She went on to not only compete on bodybuilding stages with her sculpted physique, but also to use her platform to challenge and reshape conventional ideas of perfection. Tiffany's second life becomes a powerful narrative of courage, showing that even when fate seems to push someone into darkness, choosing to rise and keep fighting can create a form of light that is entirely one's own. Her journey reflects the idea that nothing is stronger than a person determined to keep living fully and authentically. Monique Samuels lives with severe lymphedema in her legs, a condition that first appeared in her right leg before gradually affecting both. As the swelling progressed, she stepped away from activities she once loved, including track and field, swim team, and marching band, and began covering her legs with long flowing dresses instead of the shorts and jeans worn by her peers. By adulthood, the condition had progressed to the point where standard trousers were no longer practical, making clothing choices a daily adaptation to her physical reality. Michelle Koebka, a 24-year-old from Berlin, drew widespread attention after reducing her waist from 64 centimeters to just 40 centimeters by wearing a corset continuously for 3 years both day and night. Motivated by the goal of reaching 38 centimeters to break a world record and emulate her inspiration, Kathy Jung, she has effectively shaped her body into an extreme form of personal aesthetic expression. Her journey reflects an extraordinary level of persistence, with countless hours dedicated to refining her silhouette into a highly unconventional standard that leaves many people astonished at first sight. However, behind that extremely narrow ant waist lies a significant physical cost that Michelle has to manage in her daily life. While she considers her appearance to be the realization of an ideal feminine form, the long-term pressure placed on her internal organs and skeletal structure has resulted in lasting health effects. Her story goes beyond fascination, with an unusual record offering a sobering reminder of the line between the pursuit of beauty and personal well-being. It also raises an important question for society about valuing the body's natural condition rather than chasing extreme and potentially harmful standards. In an instant, a once healthy infant's body was turned into a critical battleground when meningococcal meningitis struck. What followed was not a routine medical emergency, but a life-threatening collapse that forced doctors into an unimaginable decision, amputating all 4 limbs and the tip of her nose to save Harmony Rose Allen when she was only a few months old. The severity of the illness ended her physical wholeness so early in life, placing her on an extremely difficult path of recovery and adaptation, one that would be challenging for even the strongest adults to endure. Rather than being defined by her circumstances, Harmony Rose Allen adapted to a new way of living with the help of advanced prosthetic technology, transforming carbon fiber limbs into symbols of resilience and independence. Her ability to use sophisticated prosthetics is more than just physical adjustment. It reflects a powerful determination to reclaim mobility and autonomy. Each step represents both effort and progress, a personal achievement built on persistence and adaptation. Over time, she has developed remarkable skill in navigating the world in her own way, showing how innovation and human determination together can expand what is possible beyond traditional physical limits. Harmony Rose Allen's journey stands as a powerful reflection on valuing every moment of life, showing that while fate can alter the body, it cannot confine a determined spirit. Her story highlights how resilience can persist even through profound physical challenges, and how perspective plays a key role in shaping how adversity is faced. Ultimately, it reminds us that courage, acceptance, and determination can transform hardship into strength, allowing a person's inner resolve to shine beyond external circumstances. Anne Catherine Heigl, a quiet young woman with Down syndrome, surprised her family when she returned home one day and shared her dream of becoming a cheerleader. Known as AC, she had already gone beyond expectations by competing in high school tennis, even though she often expressed discomfort with being in front of crowds. Now, 20 years old and from Indianapolis, USAAC, has made a significant breakthrough in facing her fear of large audiences. Her family believes she may be the first college cheerleader with an intellectual disability. This world was largely built with average height in mind, yet Tara Jolie has shown that a person's true worth is never defined in centimeters. Living with achondroplasia and standing under 4 feet tall, she has turned what others may see as a limitation and the attention it draws into a space where she confidently expresses herself. Her story is not simply about stature, but about challenging assumptions and breaking through prejudice, affirming that every individual holds unique and irreplaceable value. Entering the competitive world of reality television, Tara Jolie chose not to step back, but instead became a central presence on shows like Little Women L.A. She used her platform to share real aspects of life within the Little People community, including everyday challenges, as well as moments of ambition, friendship, and love. Her appearances went beyond entertainment, offering viewers a more personal look at resilience and self-determination in the face of physical differences and social expectations. Tara's courage became even more visible when she stepped onto the stage of Dancing with the Stars, where each performance demanded intense effort against the realities of her body. Every rehearsal was a test of endurance, and every routine required careful adaptation, yet she met it with determination and joy. Her energy and confidence on stage delivered a clear message. Progress begins when a person chooses not to be defined by limitation. Through her journey, she showed that strength is not measured by physical size or power, but by the persistence and resilience to keep moving forward despite judgment or doubt. Today, as a committed social advocate, Tara Jolie continues working to reshape how millions of people understand the idea of perfect beauty. Her impact goes beyond media appearances, offering a lasting message of confidence and self-acceptance for those facing personal insecurities or social barriers. Her journey reinforces a simple but important truth. While someone may be born with a small physical frame, they still have the full right to build a strong and meaningful presence through courage, determination, and self-respect. Their journeys highlight the strength of resilience in the face of adversity. Rather than being defined by limitations or societal judgment, they show the importance of self-acceptance and perseverance. True worth is not found in perfection, but in the courage to keep moving forward despite challenges. Thank you for watching until the end. If this story resonated with you, feel free to like and share it with someone who could use a bit of encouragement. The world always benefits from more understanding and compassion. Stay tuned for more stories and see you next time.